I am having scene-changing issues in XSplit. Hopefully this doesn't plague the show too bad. Hello everyone, how's it going? Hopefully you can hear me okay. I seem to be going okay. I've been having an issue. I'm clicking the button and it ain't clicking. It's just not moving. So before I get into the show, I want to make sure that my stream is stable, as it were. How you doing? It's a lovely spring day here. We're actually going to be we're in Fahrenheit, so 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And around that, nice spring day today. So, note taking for Aubrey. Well, thank you. I was actually going to bring that up. I'll save that for the regular show. All right, I think we're okay. I'll start the show now. Hello and welcome to Court of the Rings on twitch.tv/LotraStream. I'm your community manager, Cordovan, and I'll be with you for the next hour hanging out. I'm going to be showing off the new anniversary rewards. We'll just kind of look at this stuff. I have got some pretty big news here as well that I can talk to you a little bit about. We've kicked off our 18th anniversary. The anniversary event is here. We have an update 44 released as well. Whole bunch of changes on that. A lot happening inside of the game. A lot happening in the world of The Lord of the Rings Online. Thank you so much for being here. You can find the show, I forget to say this at the start, but you can find the show every Friday at noon on twitch.tv/LotraStream, and that's Eastern Time, currently -4 GMT. All right. First big bit of news that I want to get to. Well, I've got the big camera up here, and that is that we are on the cusp of announcing the opening of Sting. If everything goes according to plan, and we do still have some work to do today, in addition to Monday, before I think we totally know for sure, but if everything works out, we will be opening Sting perhaps as soon as next Wednesday. And I've put together some messaging for it. We have our plans pretty well locked down on everything except for and we're for sure part. So expect some news perhaps next week about Sting. And if not next week, then maybe something like a week or something after like that. But could be next week. So that'll bring 4 64-bit US game worlds to The Lord of the Rings Online. And like I say, whether it's next week or the week after, it'll be coming up quite soon. And then our plan from that point, about a week after that, we want to start opening the Dark Worlds for transfers. And the timing on that really is a little less secure at this point. It's also, at one point, we were going to do like 1 US and 1 EU world and just kind of go down the list. We're also thinking, though, maybe we're going to do US and then EU, or EU and then US, or there's some discussion about the best and most logical way to roll this out. So stay tuned on that. But we will have a list with dates and times for you when we're ready to do the Dark Worlds transfers. And that should be something like a week after we open Sting. We're going to let that happen and see how that goes. And then once that is done, we'll start our rotating transfers between the 64-bit US and 64-bit EU game worlds. So that's when you'll be able to transfer. We're going to have 3 at a time, right? So there's 3 in question. So you'll have 2 going to 1. The 1 can't go to the 2. And then the 1's going to change every week. We'll go through 2 rotations of that. So you'll have 6 weeks to correct any mistakes and kind of get to where you want to be. Two 1-week opportunities per server. And then that'll be done. And then we're continuing all of our transfers through the end of August. So that end date isn't changing or anything like that. But that's where we are today. The other piece I would mention is one of the big outstanding to-do tasks has been to work through a very large backlog of missing escrow and other related housing items. And we've made some pretty significant progress on that week. The customer support agents are working through tickets. It's still going to be a while, but we have new tooling that customer support agents have that, and in some cases at least, is allowing them to restore missing items and things like that. I also know that there is still some outstanding work to be done because a few of the restorations are reported as not complete yet, but we have also seen quite a few cases of it being successful. So mixed bag there a little bit, but we have made significant progress on that, and we now have some tooling that'll help resolve a lot of people's issues. So good news there. However, one piece as a result of that is we want to, as my white balance is acting obnoxious, let me take care of that quick. No auto white balance. Let's keep you there. All right. Sorry about that. We're going to be announcing with our Sting announcement an urgency related to your small premium per house storage chests. So, due to issues reported by players during recent transfers, we are strongly recommending that players remove all hooked items and place them into character storage, and remove all items from their small premium per house storage chests prior to any shared items transfer from your origin world. We are working through our ticketing requests related to this issue as well, but don't make it worse. Don't be impacted. So make sure you get all that stuff out before you do a shared items transfer. Longer term, we will have to do additional work to either prohibit that from allowing transfer or resolving the underlying issues that are causing it. But we want to make sure with the Sting announcement, and then as soon as this copy comes back in French and German, I'm going to add it to the main 64-bit guide. We want to make sure that you know that. So, remove all hooked items and place them into character storage, and remove all items from your small premium per house storage chests prior to any shared items transfer. The good news there is you can transfer a character without doing a shared items transfer. So you can sort of wait until all your peeps are over, figure out what's left, get it into a dummy character inventory or something like that, and transfer that over if you want, and then do your final shared items transfer, if there's any concern. But if you don't have any concern about items being in other people's places and stuff, then just go ahead and make sure you clear that out, and then do the transfer. So, all right, well, that's where we are right now on transfers, but that is a bit of news, is it not? So let me go to a smaller camera here, and let's talk a little bit about our anniversary. I could get to some of the questions that are not related to the things I just mentioned in chat here in just a bit, if you'd like. While I'm getting prepared, I suppose this is as good a time as any. Sting concert 24/7, 365. Could be. Oh, well. You found your 16th year frame. Okay. You have a question about the Hidden Fortress quest, Dune Shuma. You don't see it in your instance finder. Sorry, I don't know the answer to that one right now. In case some of us have forgotten, will there be a way to tell if we have any characters left on old servers? The only thing we can promise is that we are going to attempt to offer character transfers from the closed Dark Worlds from 2015. We cannot promise any kind of integrity of character data, items, any of that sort of thing. We think it'll be fine, but we have no idea what ultimately is going to happen here when we do some of these Dark Worlds transfers. So if you do find maybe some particularly old items or things that are weird, or if they're not available to transfer, well, we'll have to deal with that as we can. But the reality is, no, it will not be possible to log into any of these Dark Worlds. It is not possible. So the only thing we can do is let you use the character transfer wizard to get them off there. And however they arrive is how they're going to arrive, is really the harsh reality of that one. But we are going to make it available, and that'll be soon. And it could well be that everything will be fine. Folks are saying the missing items are going into shared storage when restored. I think this is a good thing, easier to find. Uh, yeah, I've heard that as well. I don't know that that's going to be accurate for everyone's, case and conditions. But yeah, I've been hearing that as well. That's sort of how it's working out. So that's a good thing. What was the reason behind the new housing currency? It enables us to offer granularity, particularly right now in Lelia's market, but elsewhere down the road, where if we want to offer something that you could spend sort of a subwrit on called a homesteading coin, and we don't have to charge a whole writ price for it, right? So we can have more granular, lesser things that you could, because there's also a bunch of people who just have a couple of writs that they don't really know what to do with, and this gives you things to spend that on as well. So it really offers a more granular currency that lets us do things like put lower cost housing items in Lelias and stuff. Will homesteading coins be going into the wallet at some point in the future? I've heard discussions about that. I don't have anything to announce today on that, but that's something that I think we can take a look at. All right, there we are. Before we get too far along, let me just kind of go through uh, the list here a little bit to let people know what's happening, because we have had a busy week and we are going into a busy weekend, and it's a really killer time for Lotro. So let's go into a little bit about our anniversary stuff, shall we? So happy 18th, everyone. That kicked off yesterday at 10 a.m. It continues until 3 a.m. Eastern on May 12th, so through May 11th. We do have an updated anniversary guide that will get us into the new rewards, although we're just going to show those off here. Um, Also, we do have the 18th gift box. I'm going to show that off in a little bit too, so you can take a look at that, because, not a ton of people are necessarily getting the 18th anniversary login reward, because it is based on the previous one received. Not, so if you just joined, or if you've joined, say, 10 years ago, you're getting like the 11th or something instead of the 18th. But if you want to see the 18th, I will have that shortly. We do tell you what you get, however, here. With the Baker's Delight fireworks, an 18-year frame, and the title Luck Maker if you're a free People of Middle Earth, and if you're a monster player, it's Luck Stealer. And then you get a consumable and Luck Stealer fireworks, which are a little bit different. We have the new rewards in the anniversary event. Like I say, we'll be talking about that here, but you can also see some of this on our website right now. Update 44 is here. We'll talk about Update 44 in just a little bit. And then, like I say, we're also doing our push for the 64-bit game worlds. We have double bonus points active. That's through May 4th in the Lotro store. And let me go and make sure I put up this free coupon as well. I don't know if I got to this last week or not. I can't remember now. But if you aren't aware, we recently also updated a free coupon, and you're going to want to make sure you go into the store if you're logging in this weekend for the anniversary and do this. It's Thank You 2025. Thank You 2020. Thanks 2025. Thank You 2025 will get you 50 mithril. And, that's pretty good. Lesser Elixir of Virtue, 2,500 free Virtue XP, a pick amount box. It's the existing pick amount box of the selections that have been in it for a while. A Universal Ingredient Pack times 20, and 5 Black Steel Keys, which you can use to open up Adventurers' Steelbound loot boxes, Travelers' Steelbound loot boxes that you happen to get. It's one per account. Just put Thank You 2025 in the Lotro store, and it'll be yours. Make sure you log into the character that you want to get the stuff. Can't do it from character select, because how would it know who to send it to? So log in, apply the code, get the stuff. There is time, but as it turns out, not that much time before PAX East. So let me make sure that you're aware of this. If you're going to be at PAX East, or if you think you might want to head to the Harpoon Brewery in downtown Boston by the waterfront on Friday, May 9th, from 6 to 9 p.m., we're hosting a meetup. There is an RSVP. We're at something about 100 or so people at this point, but there is still some room. We're not at our max capacity yet. So if you want to RSVP, give me the name of your group and a few details so that we can contact you if we need to. And you can get that link over on Lotra.com. But if you're going to be in Boston for PAX East, you should probably check this one out if you've got the time on Friday evening. There's going to be some Lotra developers there. Severlin will be there. Last I heard, Orion will be there, and a whole bunch of other people will be there too. I'll be there, and we'll have some Lotra swag. So at the very least, pick up some snacks, maybe get a free beverage, and pick up some swag. Pretty good way to kick off your Friday night at PAX East, if you're doing that. I'm not going to go into the full release notes because you've had the chance to look at them since Wednesday at this point, but I want to make sure we call out on the stream that we have released Update 44, and it's a biggie. It got released here this past Wednesday. Besides all the 18th anniversary stuff I just discussed, we have a new quest pack available that's free to VIPs. It's 50 quests and deeds, 10 new missions, and a 6-player instance that'll be arriving on May 7th. That's our first patch for Update 44. And then we're going to have that instance added as well. Also, that's when the missions for the anniversary event are going to be added. We ran into a very last-second issue that made us have to pull the anniversary missions from the debut of the anniversary event. The good news is it'll be here for the patch, and the anniversary event will still be active for a while because it's going on a pretty long time. So you can do the stuff you're used to doing, and then when you're all sick and bored of it, for the last couple of weeks of the event, you can run the new stuff. So, but that's a bummer. But it's what we're doing. So you can expect the missions for anniversary event to arrive here May 7th as well with the update 44.1 patch. We've already updated Lelia's Market. You can see a Lotra stream I did a week or two ago about that one if you want to. The introduction of homesteading coins. We've dramatically expanded the new VIP feature for reputation. Within a reputation faction, the new favored reputation system is now a Giganto list supported. Did some work on classes and events, combat, crafting, quests and deeds, a bunch of work related to the raid, the Temple of Utagabur. So you take a look at that if you're running that. If you're running Tier 3, how's it going? Have you beaten it yet? All right. Now, I want to get to Legendary Mirkwood. And the reason for that is that's going to be arriving here pretty soon. As a matter of fact, that'll be next week as well. So, on Wednesday, April 30th, Angmar and Mordor are going to be getting their level 65 level cap increase and the addition of Legendary Mirkwood. And there's a whole bunch of changes that we've done to Mirkwood to help support that, to provide balance to them. And then, since this goes to every game world, you can experience this either over level or at level 65 right now if you want, and take a look at some of the changes we've done for the Mirkwood release for the Legendary Game Worlds here. I talked about the release notes in last week's show, so I'm not going to get too much into the rest. You can take a look at that. Are there any other known issue bugs? Yes, there is. Let me see here. We have one bug that came in today. This will probably get added to the known issues list on Monday or Tuesday. And this is a bug we've discovered related to Lelia's housing market bundles. The all-encompassing World Travelers Runners bundle and the Cozy Cushions of Moria bundle are not currently granting all the items detailed in their description. This issue will be resolved in the next bug fix patch. There'll be 44 0.1 on May, whatever that is now. 6th, 7th? 7th? Until this issue is resolved, please refrain from opening these bundles. If you have opened these bundles, customer service can assist you in recovering your missing items. So if you get the bundle, like the delivery package, and don't open it, when we fix this, you'll get your stuff. But if you open it now, or if you've already opened it, you'll need to contact CS and then they can get you your stuff. And this is for the all-encompassing World Travelers Runners bundle and the Cozy Cushions of Moria bundle. And like I said, this will be added to the known issues, and we'll get out other messaging on the Discord and such when we can. So, at least in English later this afternoon, maybe next week before we can get it in French and German. Okay, so when I look at the public event schedule here quick, before I get in-game, I would point out that also next week, we have got the Curator coming back, and that'll be through May 11th as well. That starts at 10 a.m. Eastern on May 1st, so that Thursday. I have got a very unhappy cat. Hello. Hello, Miss Lizzie. Welcome to the stream. We have currently got a VIP event boost happening in the game world. This kicked off yesterday at 10 a.m. Eastern and runs through the 30th. So it actually goes until 3 a.m. Eastern on the 1st for that one, so a little longer than usual. Also on May 1st, we have the Hardtack crafting event coming back for a week. We already stated Angmar and Mordor, but Treebeard is getting a level cap in the near future as well. Treebeard will be getting a level cap increase on May 7th. So May 7th, Treebeard will be getting its 115 increase to Mordor and Northern Mirkwood. So, I think I've mostly gotten through the news. The cat just jumped on my keyboard. Now, how do I get... There we go. Thanks, Lizzie. However, I think I just covered the news. You know what I need to do? I need to, because of said cat, I need to put some food in said cat's dish, which is currently in the sink, and that's why she's bothering me. Let me take care of that. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, and I'll be in-game, and we'll take a look at the new anniversary event items. My cat food dish is in the sink, human. This is not okay. Crisis now averted. Sorry about that, people. I am in-game on my admin character, and let's take a look at some of these new anniversary event items. There we go. I didn't forget her lunch. There's a long story there, but I'm not going to get into it. She has been a bit of a pain in the hindquarters of the past 24 hours. And so she's been sulking this morning because I didn't let her outside. Yeah. It was an option to celebrate or accelerate Treebeard's content release schedule so folks can get all the legendary deeds before it closes and they have to transfer. Well, we have open transfers from Treebeard for those who wish to partake of transfers before the experience is complete. But we are going to be completing the experience of Treebeard for those who enjoy it. And we do have players, not a ton at this point, but we do have some players on Treebeard who are enjoying the experience. And so, you know, we're going to support you all the way through. And then, per usual, we will offer transfers from Treebeard at the end to the presumably 64-bit game worlds. So. It goes up in 12. As far as I'm aware, the Treebeard schedule it has not been dramatically adjusted. I've seen some chatter saying that we sped it up. As far as I'm aware, we haven't. All right. All right, let's get to this. So I've spawned a bunch of items. There are a few items I cannot show you because I have not been able to do the work to get my character to be able to show off, like, say, the staff, the ceremonial staff of the Searcher. But we do have the new anniversary rewards up, and I could show most of this to you. So, with the festivity anniversary barter, I'm going to show off the cosmetics here first. You can see the sword right now, and I'm keeping myself in a this kind of red state so that I can do this when I'm ready. Red state so that I can because it's popping out all nice, so you can kind of see what it looks like. So let's do this. Let's move to the knife instead, and you can see that's pretty small little knife there. Or if I can get better light. Mark. Here we go. I can't do the spear either, but we can do the ceremonial boar tooth dagger. Actually, you know what? That knife is not part of the rewards, now that I'm thinking about it. That was whatever I had equipped instead at that time. Sorry about that. This is the knife. Think that's a knife. This is a knife. This is all curvy and stuff. Alright. Can't do the bow. Can't do the halberd. And can't do that. I would have had to do a thing for my character to be able to do this. Alright, well that's fine. So I will move on to the gifts I can show. So let's ditch this and make myself a little room. Actually, I like that sword, so I'm going to put that sword back on. There we go. Here is the anniversary gift box that you're going to get as part of your login reward. Get a little bit of fireworks. Main thing here is you will get, here's the Baker's Delight Fireworks Consumable. We're going to launch this one off here. And this one comes from the Anniversary Steel Token barter. So if you want to spend your steel tokens on the consumable here, you can. Let me get into a place where I could show this off. Here we go. You can see it basically, the pie is what it is. And here's the Luck Stealer. And it's like a skull instead of a cake. So that's pretty good. Alright, we have got the Tome of the Baker's Delight Cub. And actually, I must have my audio off, now that I'm thinking about it. Here we go. That's why it's so quiet. Here we go. Gonna have the nice soothing waterfall sounds as the background. Tome of the Baker's Delight Cub. See, it's a little bear cub with a chef hat. Yeah, that is a real good creep firework and consumable, so you can get a bunch. Was that a Crocodile Dundee reference? Sure was, mate. I heard that it sounds even cooler with the keyboard. Oh, I'm sure it does. I can't do an Australian accent, nor would I attempt to embarrass myself, nor insult any Australians by attempting to do something like that. In Excess is one of my all-time favorite bands. So whatever else is going on in Australia, at least you got that. I will forever be grateful to the people of Australia for creating In Excess. Okay, and now we've got the cosmetics, so let's take a look at the cosmetics here. We'll just drop this into my cosmetic slot. We've got these shoes, which, you know, Hobbit, but for the purposes of displaying this, I will put on the shoes, although I notice they're not displaying here. That's okay. Maybe I won't be able to show that. We got the Baker's Delight hat. It's my old armor. Where's the rest of my stuff? Should be a jacket and leggings here. Maybe I didn't spawn that. Well, let me take care of that real quick here. Boink. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, I did have it there. Okay. So, I think that is our outfit. So, let me just quick pop off that sword. And roll with it. And here we are. Oh, and the shoes are here. Okay. I'm still... Oh, I have the wrong cloak on. And this doesn't have a cloak because you're a chef. So, you know, no cloaks for you. Let me take that cloak off. There we go. Okay, now we do have a few other things as well, a couple of housing items that I can show off. Now I'm just going to drop into a house to show those things here. Sorry, Lariana, I have no idea what you're asking me. What do you mean no, so I think to your main question is, the answer is no. And the reason for that is I don't use any plugins or kind of extra bits for my game client for this stream. And the reason for that is I'm presenting the game on behalf of the company, right? And I want to make sure that whatever I'm presenting is what everyone can see, rather than, say, something that might be a skin or a reshade style experience or something like that. So, all right. So we have got a furniture wall yard, mobile yard. So we have got, oh, it's the fire pit. Furniture. There is our table. We'll move it away from the wall slightly here. There we go. It's a nice baker's table. And for now, let me get rid of our pet, just so that they are not in the way while we show these things off. But here's the new table. That's the one you see in the anniversary key art, as it were, as well, but there you go. Now, we have got another furniture, the chair. So, let's get another furniture slot going. Oh, that's fire pit. Oh, that is fire pit. Okay. Furniture. And same deal, just to be able to show it off a bit. Let's move it out a little bit. You can see the aesthetic design of this one. I don't really need to get rid of my inventory for this, but you can see the design going on. Good place to put your hat. Your cloak might get a little twisted up in it, but, you know, it's not the creator's problem. All right, so now I'm going to need a banner. And there we go. Well, that can just stay right like that. And it's got the motif of the anniversary and the rest of the design aesthetic going on with the outfit. Okay, so I think in terms of showing things off then, the 18-year gift box, I could show that off right now. Let me try to consolidate my space so you more easily see what's there. And when clicking on it here, you'll get the Baker's Delight fireworks skill, bauble skill. So, let us go outside. I mean, we definitely went for a motif, right? I mean, yes, we went for a motif. This is true. This is true. Oh, sorry there. Oops, sorry, tree. Mike, happy anniversary. We'll do that one more time. And not set our place on fire. Now, as you can see, we are using fireworks, the bauble tech for these fireworks. There we go. Alright, well I think that's pretty good, so why don't I swap cameras here quick, and I'll swap clients as well, and we'll just head over to the anniversary event to wrap up the final 15 minutes or so of the stream. Also, I don't know if... Yeah, I see you right now in chat, Druid's Fire. Can you tell me, what's the deal after today's show? Are you filling in for Corey? Is that correct? I think that's correct, right? Anyway, let me know. We'll promote your show here. Okay. Blue cake is the best cake? No, this is not true. Oh, that's not right. See, this is what I'm talking about. The show's been all sorts of weird. My XSplit isn't XSplitting. Yes, Corey is in Belgium, so you'll be taking over afterwards. No, XSplit is. I think I must have be... I don't honestly know. I wonder if there's like a Windows update or something happening behind the scenes, because I'm clicking the buttons, and they're just not clicking, and instead they're kind of moving over based on a perceived drag of the mouse and things. So not quite sure what's up, but not going to deal with it now. We will get through this together. Okay, it's true. Here's the thing, though. The only good cake is... Well, I mean, chocolate cake is okay, and sort of whatever the standard vanilla white style cake is okay. But you start adding food coloring to your cake frosting, and I don't think that that's very good at all. I mean, some food coloring, I guess, is okay, but like when you get into like the weird blues and reds and purples, you're just eating food coloring. Who wants to eat food coloring? That's my opinion on it. Yeah, see, I'm not really into like the food staining your mouth and things. That you could have nope out on that one. I have a personal food theory of sort of basics. I think I've heard Gordon Ramsay talk about this too, but if you can make a plain white cake with chocolate frosting and make it taste amazing, then you can make other cakes as well. But before you make all those other fancy cakes with, you know, quarter cup of food coloring in them, learn how to make a basic cake first. I believe the same thing is true about pizza. Whenever I go out to a new pizza place, I only order a small cheese pizza, or a large if I have to, because I'm with people or whatever. Because if they can do a plain, small, basic cheese pizza right, then you know it's a good place. And if they can't, no amount of toppings is going to save that sucker. So... Food philosophy with Cordovan. Alright, let's head back in game. I am exactly where we left off, because it has been that kind of week. So let us get to the anniversary event. And I do have port to the party tree, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't. Could have sworn I did, though. Let's see. Buy water. I should really take care of this at some point. I wonder if that means I need to log in. There we go. There, I got it. Alright. Well, I am perhaps troubleshooting an issue here. I don't know why my game client is doing this. I had the same problem last week. You missed Cottage Inn Pizza from Southern Michigan? I don't know Cottage Inn Pizza, but yes. A tie-dye cake for your wedding? I mean, that's a choice. You know, hey, congratulations to the happy couple. I'm scrolling through chat to see if there's some questions I can answer or something I should mention. Can we get some of the children's voice lines replaced by actual children? Giving a child a firework and having him cheer like a 40-year-old man is off-putting. Well, I would say it is probably not a 40-year-old male. Okay, actually, I must already have the anniversary stuff collected. Clearly, I've got some loading issues today. But I think it's an environmental issue, because I had the same problem last week, if you remember. Something is choking my computer is what's up. Okay. Alright, let me do something here. Try relogging. That was what fixed it last week. I relogged after I stopped the show, which could be the other cause. And then everything was fine. Instead of dragging to the window when you're decorating, you can right-click and it puts it into the slot you have open. Now, see, that's the kind of practical advice I'm unlikely to follow it in the moment. Anything about potential housing in... I assume you mean Rivendell. Probably some kind of autocorrect thing. Rivendell, I have not heard of anything about that beyond what Scenario might have said. Would it be possible to rename cosmetic pets when they are used as housing decorations at some stage? Your enormous shrew needs a name. I think that is a weirdly complex technical engineering question. And I think the answer is it's probably a lot more tricky than it seems like it would be to get working. And the reason for that is I believe that when you would place it as a housing decoration, the titling system is going to be very different from one that might go through your character, as it were. And so I think there may be some pretty significant engineering lifting that would be required, but perhaps someone like a Scenario could speak more accurately to that. I want to mention, I did chat with Aubrey the Weird One, and that is on YouTube as of yesterday. So if you want to hear a little bit more kind of about how I got to where I am and such, you can check out that Aubrey the Weird One video. It was really nice to be able to sit and chat with her. So thank you for doing that. And I know we've got a bunch of anniversary events and other things that are happening in the community as well. So my suggestion is to go to the Lochar Discord, because we've got a ton of anniversary events and announcements from bands and players and groups and kinships and things like that happening as well. And all that is in our player events announcement of the Discord. Yeah, check my task manager to see what's up. That's the next thing if this relog doesn't solve it. But it already looks like it has. And I will switch cameras here in a second once I'm sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there exactly.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
Yeah, it looks like we missed our chance to do the fireworks here, but that's okay. We can just pop around and do some other things. Get in a non-layered space, perhaps. Long time with players waiting? Oh, so someone's saying that maybe there's an issue there? Well, I don't know. I'd have to look into it after the stream to see if there's some kind of timer issue, perhaps. But not that I'm aware of, and it looks like some players are launching fireworks successfully just right there, so that bodes fairly well. Oh, yeah, thank you, Layriana. Very nice to hear from you. A non-layered space and free, ha ha ha. Fair. But I don't think that was a server issue. I think, because I've been having the same problem on last week's show as well, I have something that's taking up too many resources. I've got 32 gigs of memory, so it's probably, were I to guess, it's probably my CPU choking. You know what that means. That means someone, I wanted, if someone wants to buy me a new computer, no. But that does mean I'm probably getting there. Yes, I'm tearing in that. Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. Let's just do something else. You know, I can also drop my graphics for the show here. Let's put it on there for now. I have a 3060 in here, but the issue isn't my graphics card. The issue is my 2018 era CPU. It's a 4.2 gigahertz quad core, so it's not terrible or anything. Or no, it's a... I can't remember. i7, I think? i7. But, you know, it is now 6-7 years old. However, my plan is to probably build from parts a new basic computer sometime, maybe later this year if I can make it work money-wise. And then keep that 3060, because that'll be fine for now. And that'll save me $500 on a video card or whatever. Well, we only have one left. I guess we should do it while we're here. I am sure, Lariana, that, and you're right, because as a matter of fact, remember when I did a raid stream recently where we realized that I had a bad setting on rendering portrait frames as well, and sorry about my phone buzzing. And there are some other settings that I should do for this client to prepare it for streams. Come on, I just need... Where's the other... Should be one place... No. Give it a second to load in. Yeah, I mean, a 3060 isn't, you know, cutting-edge graphics cards in 2025, but still perfectly acceptable to run Lotra at ultra-high. No problem, you know. Let's look for that last place where I can grab my fireworks patch. And you can get a 3060 for, I think I got it, it was like 280, I think, and that was, what, a couple of years ago now? So, it's presumably even less expensive. Yep, like a Prime Day thing. Well, this is just not my day. There must be too much activity on these fireworks spots. That's fine. I'm kind of wrapping up the show at this point anyway, so... I see the problem firsthand. Oh my gosh, you've exposed me. It's true. Yes. My computer does have some problems. Lag exists. No one's ever claimed otherwise. Well, let's wrap it up here. Thank you for watching Court of the Rings on twitch.tv/LotraStream. We have got Druid's Fire up here in just a little bit, and I understand we got some pretty cool stuff happening as well throughout the LotraStream weekend. You can find our full calendar over on the LotraStream page. This gets archived on YouTube afterwards, and so if you're watching on YouTube, giving us a like and a subscribe is the best way to help spread the word about the channel and the show. And then also, it's Lotra's 18th anniversary, everyone. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to everyone involved, past and present, who has worked hard to make this game and bring it to you. And thanks to all of you over the years who have made it a success and keep it going. We have a lot of cool anniversary-related stuff happening this weekend. Free gifts, new rewards, a whole bunch of good things happening inside of the Lord of the Rings Online. So hopefully you can be a part of it. And if you are, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back next Friday with more. Have fun.